Welcome all sports fans, YouTubers, Facebookers, all social media across the nation. This is an Educated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Clayton. Also, check me out on the Educated Network. See both our channels. Please like and subscribe to both. Let's talk about a big event that just occurred. UFC 229. We had Conor McGregor make his return back to the octagon, his first since November 2016. So you knew it was going to be special, but he was running into a buzzsaw by the name of Khabib. Don't want to say his last name. Anyways, what a match it was. It went to the fourth round, and Khabib won by submission, basically a rear naked choke. Let's just say that made Conor tap out. Now, that wasn't even the big news because we all know that what happened after the fight. We all know about the trash talking before the fight. We all know about everything that escalated from Conor McGregor throwing dollies into the bus to Conor and Camps just talking about Khabib's religion and his family and his loved ones, yada 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 yada. Now, how much did Khabib know what was going on, and how much did he not know what was going on? We don't know, but we all watched because of Conor McGregor. But my thing is, UFC is sort of sacred to me. It's it's real and authentic, and I like that. I really do like that about the sport. But I guess with multiple guys getting injured, multiple guys getting hurt, not so many more popular guys. The Anderson Silvas are gone. The Frank Mears and the Rampage Jacksons, those kind of guys, Chuck Liddell, they're gone. And the UFC needs superstars, and you need superstars to build a brand. Now, for the casual fan like myself, although I am big into UFC, I do like watching it, and I can care less about stars. But the most casual fan really wants to see a Conor McGregor type. Well, how do you do that? You do a lot of promoting. And my thing with the UFC is, have they gone too far with the promotions? Are they trying to be like WWE? At first, you heard it a couple years ago, and I was like, nah, they'll never stoop to that level. They'll never do crazy events. But then you see a guy like Conor McGregor really making his way from Dublin, Ireland, flying on a jet, a private jet, to come to New York City just to throw a dolly at a bus. And then you see the antics. Now, it's working. It's really working. But that is how WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, that's how they sell their tickets, by having feuds. And it's all kind of scripted. I'm starting to think, is there something going on with UFC trying to get their guys to actually feud? I'm not a big fan of that. I'd rather them just, hey, talk trash to each other and just be done. But I think Conor did go off a little too far on Khabib's private life, of his family, of he went off on his family and his lifestyle and his religion, and I'm not a big fan of that. Now, did Conor get what he deserved? Oh, of course he got what he deserved. But and will there be a rematch? There should be a rematch, because that's what they do, and it already sold a bazillion dollars. I think Conor made $50 million in this fight alone. We all know Khabib went out of the cage, and he got it in with Conor's jiu-jitsu trainer, and a couple guys from Khabib's camp jumped over the fence and started hitting on Conor. Now, I don't like that. Was the only part of the event I did not like, was Khabib's camp jumping over and laying a couple shots on McGregor. But you got to understand, McGregor's words were deep to those guys. You weren't just talking about Khabib. When you talk about religion, you're talking about Khabib and the rest of his kinfolk, or the rest of his people, the rest of his trainers, all the other guys from Russia and wherever else are from. So it got personal. And look, no one got hurt in the crowd, and I'm the advocate for fan safety. But you got to also think about what happened. Did a fan get hurt? From what I know, no fans got hurt. No one got cut. No one got no one died. So it's not the end of the world. Khabib went after a certain type of person, which was Conor McGregor's trainer. That being said, I'm scared at the process. Now they want to go a part two, and guess what? If they want it, they got it. Las Vegas is going to come down these guys hard and probably suspend both of them from Las Vegas for 6 months to a year. That's fine. UFC will find another spot to fight. Now, UFC 230 is coming up, and we have Daniel Cormier versus Derek Lewis, and that'll be the complete opposite of of Conor McGregor and Khabib, as in the promotion. Yes, DC is going to promote it, and but he's going to do it in his style. He's not going to talk straight trash to Derek Lewis. Matter of fact, him and Derek Lewis are pretty close guys, And Derek Lewis is he's a very funny character. We all know that he's not about any beef. Matter of fact, he mentioned on TMZ just a couple of days ago that Stipe Miocic deserved his spot that he's in, but he's not going to complain. He said at the same time, I'm going to do what they asked me to do. I'm going to fight. If I'm going to fight, I'm going to do it. So, 230 is going to be a little different from 229, but I don't want UFC going into a wrestling WWE kind of mentality where the only way to keep a fan base going is by doing outrageous crap. Now, was the Dolly incident stage? It probably was. Did it go too far? It probably did. Same thing with Conor McGregor. He always takes an inch and he'll turn it into a mile. And of course, Dana White is fine with it as long as the ratings come on and as long as no one's jumping to the crowd and beating up people. Another thing, they probably knew that Khabib was going to make an effort to hit someone in McGregor's camp. They knew that, but did they think they would jump over a cage and do it into the crowd? No. So you're giving these guys, because these guys in UFC, they're not trained for this. People in WWE, they are trained to be actors in that sort of way. They're trained to make a crowd mad, but they know their limits. You can't do certain things. It's just true. You cannot. In UFC, they're not trained for that. Everything's off of instinct emotions. Yes, Dana White is probably like, you know what? We got extra security. Well, extra security didn't do a damn thing. It wasn't really extra security. It was all a bluff. But they didn't think that it'd go too far. You had to let these guys know, point A, point B, you cannot do this. When the fight is over with, be done, or anything, have security in place. And if you want them to fight, let them fight outside of the arena or outside of the actual octagon area of the arena, outside of the crowd. So you want to fight right there, let them fight there. So I think UFC fighters, they haven't really gotten the memo yet. You don't want to be like WWE to a certain extent. Yes, you want to have promotions and you want the entertainment value. You want your fans to understand what you're promoting and be happy about it. But at the same time, you don't want to take it too far to where it can hurt your business. Dana White has probably seen he's probably been the most petrified when it came down to an event ever, and it's always dealing with Conor McGregor. But it's their lack of stars that's hurting the UFC. They don't have any stars, so they promote with this one guy, Conor McGregor, like crazy. When you can promote hella guys like Nate Diaz, and you got guys like the Nate Diaz and Poirier fight is coming up for 230, the co-main event. I'm excited to see that. Those guys don't have to be all in their face, rah, 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 to promote it. People like me, we're going to watch it regardless. UFC, you're doing a damn good thing by just being on it, and you got the ESPN deal coming up pretty soon, and they don't want to mess none of that up. So tell your guys, put a memo down, hey, we're going to go ahead and, promote this way, that way, but we can't cross this line, period. Or we can just either suspend you or fire you. Now, guys like Conor McGregor, he's made so much money, it doesn't matter. But the rest of the guys that follow suit, be yourselves, but don't overdo it. UFC got a long way to go from being WWE, but man, they keep messing around, they will be a joke like WWE. But not really a joke, because WWE I love WWE, to be honest, but they are who they are. UFC is who UFC is. We don't want anything to change with UFC. So, like and comment down below. How do you think the UFC, Dana White, Conor McGregor, and Khabib, how do you think they all handle the situation? And what do you guys see going forward next with UFC 230, Derek Lewis versus Daniel Cormier? Put your comments down below. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Clayton. As always, sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart, stay uneducated. Peace.